Hello, welcome to Biography TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of Gnassingbé Eyadéma. Gnassingbé Eyadéma was the President of Togo from 1967 until his death in 2005. He actively participated in two successful military coups in January 1963 and January 1967 before becoming president. Etienne Eyadema Gnassingbé was born on the 26th of December 1935 in the northern quarters of Pia, a village in the prefecture of Koza in the Kara region. He belonged to a peasant family in the Kabye ethnic group. After attending primary school, he joined the French army in 1953. It was there that he got trained in using weapons and more generally the art of war. He participated in the French Indochina War and the Algerian War. After about 10 years in the French army, Eyadema returned to Togo in 1962. The following year, he became a leader in the 1963 Togolese coup d'etat against President Sylvanus Olympio. He also helped to establish Nicolas Gruniski as the new president of Togo. In 1967, Colonel Eyadema led a second military coup against Gruniski. Eyadema then installed himself as president on the 14th of April, 1967. He also doubled as Minister of National Defense, the beginning of a 38-year rule. 3 years after resuming office as president, Eyadema created the Rally of the Togolese People (RPT) as the country's only legal party. He won an uncontested election in 1972, and in 1979, the country adopted a new constitution that returned it to civilian rule. However, the RPT remained the only legally recognized party. Eyadema was re-elected unopposed in 1979 and 1986. There were many assassination attempts against him, however, he escaped all. In a national conference in August 1991, Joseph Koku Kofigo was elected as Prime Minister, a position that made Eyadema a mere ceremonial president. Although Eyadema made efforts to suspend the conference, he didn't succeed. He then attempted to legitimize his rule with a multi-party presidential election in August 1993. However, the opposition boycotted it. He eventually held the election and won 96.42% of the vote, although turnout was reportedly low outside of his native Kara region. There was a re-election in June 1998, and according to the official results, Eyadema defeated Gilchrist Olympio of the Union of the Forces of Change (UFC) with 52.13% of the votes. Many complained of electoral malpractices during that presidential election. In late December 2002, Eyadema ensured a constitutional change to remove term limits on the office of president. This was to have him remain in office past 2003 when he was to leave. That way, he extended the 5-year constitutional provision. Eyadema won another election on the 1st of June 2003 with 57.78% of the votes. He was sworn in for another term on the 20th of June. Eyadema again made a constitutional change, this time to reduce the minimum age of the president to 35 years rather than 45. His son, Gnassingbé, was 35 at the time, so many assumed that Eyadema was paving the way for his succession. After many complaints by the Togolese, on the 1st of June 2004, the European Union sent a mission to evaluate the state of democracy in Togo and start a procedure of democratization of the country. The plan of the mission was to meet with various politicians from all the parties. However, some politicians such as Yaovi Agboyibo, Gilchrist Olympio, and Professor Leopold Nyenimvi boycotted the meeting. The European Union team eventually cancelled the meeting because attempts to hold discussions with the government were frustrated. On the 5th of February 2005, Eyadema had to fly for emergency treatment abroad. This was due to a severe condition of the heart which he suffered. He died while on the plane 250 kilometers south of Tunis, Tunisia. At the time of his death, he was the longest-serving head of state in Africa. After his death, Zakari Nanja, chief of the Togolese army, declared Eyadema's son for Gnassingbé as the new president of Togo. Alpha Umar Konare, president of the Commission of the African Union, immediately declared this act as a military coup d'etat and unconstitutional. Also, the international community, particularly ECOWAS, did not approve the designation of for Gnassingbé as president. After some heavy pressure from ECOWAS and some other members of the international community, for Gnassingbé stepped down on the 25th of February and was replaced by Bonfo Abbas, the first deputy parliament speaker, until after the presidential elections on the 24th of April 2005, when for Gnassingbé was elected president with 60% of the vote. Eyadema's funeral was held on the 13th of March 2005 with the attendance of a number of presidents and other international dignitaries. Presidents Matthew Kereko of Benin, Laurent Gbagbo of Ivory Coast, John Kufuor of Ghana, Mamadou Tanja of Niger, and Olusegun Obasanjo of Nigeria attended the ceremony. On the 15th of March, Eyadema's family and the RPT paid him a final homage in Pia, his hometown. What have we missed out of this biography of Eyadema? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.